Hey guys, so this will be my video on my 2025 budget and basically like a how to make a budget if you've never done a budget before, or you could just, if you're curious on what my personal budget looks like for the year, for the month, that's what I'm going to be covering today. So the first thing I did was December, at the end of December, I bought myself an agenda or a planner. I got this from Winners. It was 20, no, it wasn't 20, relax, chill. I believe it was like $14 or something. 2025 planner. It's really nice actually. It's got dividers, got some stickers, got obviously the days and whatnot. You know how a planner's supposed to look like. And what I did was I basically went into my phone and reviewed my transactions from December so that I can jot down all of my expenses for the month, my typical expenses for the month. So I did that for January. So right here, 2025 monthly expenses. And I got rent, I have my phone, life insurance, gym, subscriptions, transportation. So I did all of that, wrote down the amounts beside them. And after that, once that was all tallied up, I subtracted it from my income. I'm not exactly sure what my income is bi-weekly, but I do have a rough idea of it. And then I saw what the remaining number was. Thankfully, I was still in the green. So then I also put on the side like my goals for investments. So I put that I want to invest $1,000 a month through my FHSA, which is the first home savings account in Canada. And then I also tallied up what from my monthly expenses, I want to do a fully funded emergency fund, which would be 6 months of your expenses. So basically I tallied up my expenses and I multiplied it by 6 and that number popped up. So that's also my year goal for 2025 of my emergency fund. And then I had forgotten to put groceries and some beauty and whatever stuff. I'll be showing you all of this on the budget that I use, a budget tracker that I use. But yeah, so first I got an agenda. You don't need to get an agenda, really a piece of paper, or if you're like more of a digital person, you could just go in your notes or something and write down all of your expenses for the month. And yeah, so that's how I started. And then the next thing was I found a budget tracker. Now, if you want to be fancy like me, then what I got was a budget tracker from The Line. I watched this YouTuber, her name is Zoe. I feel like I wrote her name down somewhere, but clearly I didn't. But I watched a YouTuber, I followed a YouTuber when I was on my debt-free journey. Her name was Zoe P. I forgot what her name is, but I might put her video down in the description. And she used the budget tracker that I'm using. So I decided to get that one. And because I'm impulsive, I ended up buying the tracker without like paying attention that they had like a little 10% discount. So I didn't get the 10% discount, and I'm actually over my miscellaneous budget right now because of that. So yeah, that's too bad for me, but that's what I get for being impulsive. And just like when I think of something that I want, I go and buy it right away, which is a very, very bad trait, especially when you're trying to like stay on budget, stay on track. But I'll take it out of my another budget. But so I personally got this beautiful budget that I will be putting on screen. You will be following along with me to track my finances for this year. Once you get the tracker, the budget tracker, then you're set for life. So I actually have an affiliate link down below. If you want to get 10% off and help me out, then for sure click in the description. I have a few links in there. I have my Wealthsimple link if you guys want to open a Wealthsimple account, which is like an investment app. And then I also have a link for something else. I completely forget what it is, but yeah. If I look down, it's because I'm looking at my iPad. It's on my beautiful iPad. This is a really, really nice tracker. But also, if you don't want to spend, I believe it's $30 plus tax. It's like $34 Canadian. So if you don't want to do all that, especially if you're on a debt-free journey and you just want a free budget tracker, there are some on Excel. I'm sure there are some on like Google Docs or Sheets. And then there's also a really, really popular one called Every Dollar from Dave Ramsey. I did actually help my sister set up hers yesterday, and it accounts for every single dollar. If you're not used to making a budget, it's funny because my sister, when I was helping her yesterday, she was just like, oh, I don't want to use up all my money. But like, that's the whole point, is for you to allocate every single dollar to a certain category so that you can keep track and to be organized and stay on tracks. Like, that's the whole point. So that when you review it at the end of the month, you can see where you did well and where you need improvement. So, but yeah, this is the budget that I'm using from the line. Like I said, if you are interested in getting this budget tracker, I will put my affiliate link down below. It's for 10% off. So at the top left corner, you can, actually, let's go from the very beginning. So there are tabs on the bottom. So there's one that says start here, and it will guide you on how to use this budget. It's so fancy. Oh my God. Like, damn, I want to get to the level where I am, I can make my own budget. That'd be so cool to be able to do this. But anyways, so it tells you how to use it. There's a yearly summary tab. There's a bunch of information here, but this is all was already filled out. So this is not my information, but as I use the tracker, it will be all of my information. So at the end of the year, when I review my finances for the year, all this information will be my information. And then there's an expense category. This is basically all the categories that my information, my finances will fall into. And then there's the expense log, which is kind of like if you were to data entry all of your transactions. So if you flip through all your credit cards, all your debit cards for the month, this is, and wrote it into this like Excel spreadsheet. I don't think this is Excel. This is like Google Sheets. But anyways, I might use the terms Excel spreadsheets. I'm sorry. But basically you would copy all of your transactions into here, and then there's a drop down menu here for the categories that you created in the prior tab. And this will automatically be put into the monthly budget. So it's kind of cool the way like all the functions are built in. So when you put information on this page, it spits out other information on another page, which is amazing. So I started using it, and as you can, well, you'll see later, but this miscellaneous right here, the budget tracker, $34. Yeah, that's my fault. It should have been less than $34. It should have been like $31 or maybe $30 with that 10% off, but that's what I get for being impulsive. And you'll see in, I believe, the next tab, how I've gone over my miscellaneous budget already because of this miscellaneous item, as well, a calendar that I bought. But these are things that I'm only gonna buy. Well, the budget tracker, I'm never gonna buy it again, and the calendar I buy once a year. So yeah, so I'm gonna check that off. So you put the dates, the category, the description, the amount, and then next I go into January. Now this actually has my stuff. So what I did was, first I put my job So I believe my income is around $1,900 bi-weekly. So I put $1,900. I mirrored everything from expected to actual, but as the end of the month comes, I will be updating these numbers to what they actually are, but I'm not really sure exactly what my bi-weekly income is. I just have an idea, but by the end of this month, I'll know exactly what the number is. So I put both of my paychecks. This is my only job, so that's all I have there, but you put all your income there. And then the next thing I did was I went to my savings, the savings table. I put the things that I want to save. So I put emergency fund. I want to budget in $200. And also as you put, so this cash flow table up here, as you start filling in these tables, it will start reducing it from your income. So right now it's showing that I have every dollar accounted for. As you could see under budget in cash flow, the total is $0. But let's say I were to take out this $200 right here. If I were to delete that, it would say that I have $200 available. So basically at the very beginning, it showed that because I get paid $1,900 every paycheck twice a month, my budget is $3,800 and that's what I have available. But as I started filling in all of these tables, it started subtracting these expenses, savings, investments from my income. So let me just put that $200 back in, $200, and as you can see, zero, I have $0. So every single penny is accounted for. And then I have a vacation fund, $200 a paycheck. Well, no, it's actually $200 a month. What am I saying? This is all for the month. $200 a month for Japan. I don't know when I'm going. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I have to look into that throughout the year or very soon so that I can really plan that out. But right now it's just a guesstimation. It honestly, realistically, when me and my partner pay for the trip, we're going to pay ahead and I won't have all the money for it. And then I'm going to have to really tighten up during that time to make up for the fact that I haven't really properly budgeted this in. The next thing I have is dental. Dental. So I'm planning on getting implants, one set of implants this year. An implant this year and an implant next year because I'm missing 2 teeth. One from just not taking care of my teeth and another, well, kind of not from taking care of my teeth either. I kind of forget why they removed my second tooth. I feel like they did me dirty on that one, but that was around the time that I got my braces. So yeah, I have 2 teeth missing and I need to get those done. That's going to be very expensive. Hopefully my insurance covers some of it. I'm not sure how much my insurance is going to cover, but yeah, the secretary at my dentist actually emailed me today saying that they sent out the request to get a quote on how much my insurance would cover. So anyways, I'll talk about that when that comes, but I just put $74.19 because that was what was left over. Like there was $74.19 here in the total. So I just kind of just put what the leftover was amount here. But anyways, we will talk about that later. Okay. And then CHIO. So I do the CHIO lottery, CHIO Dream Home Lottery at the end of the year. I think this is the second year that I did this. And that's $500 a ticket. Yeah. You can put it in your taxes as donations. I don't know how much I get back, but I do like that I give to a charity. It's the hospital. It's the kids' hospital. So I'm gonna allocate some money for that monthly. Okay, let's get into debt, because I actually only have one debt. It's my Affirm LASIK. When I got my eye surgery done in 2023, I financed it through Affirm, and my payments are $83.33 per month for 2 years. I'm almost done in July. I think I'm done in July. So I put that in my debts. It comes out once a month. And then I put my rent. It's $570. That's half of the rent. And then I put my phone bill, $51.70. I have my life insurance, $28.80. My electricity, this is an estimation, $35. Oh, I should put mirror this number here, 95. These are my reoccurring bills. I do have a couple of things that I put in my expense table that are reoccurring, and like, for example, my gym is something that's reoccurring. I put it in my expense table instead of my bill payment. I don't know why. I just did what I did, but yeah, so I put my electricity, this is an approximation, $35. That's half of what the total is. And then I have a checking fee of $16.95. This is because I'm with the bank RBC, and I did the promo for the iPad, which I love very much. That's actually what I'm using currently for this video, for my budget. So I put that comes in once a month. And then I also, in my investments, I put FHSA $1,000 a month, because I'm saving for property one day, hopefully. I know Canada's economy is horrible and we're in a housing bubble right now, but I'm trying to be a part of that one day. And then here we have our expense summary. So I put all of the categories that, I put all the categories that are in the expense category right here. Put all these in here, as well. And then I put what I want the budget to be. So I put for OC Transpo, which is our public transportation here in Ottawa, I put $96 because it's $4 per, what did I write down? It is $4 per ride, and I'm in the office 3 times a week, and I go there and back, which is ×2. So I did $4 times 2 there and back, and then ×3 because I go in 3 times a week, which is $24, and then times 4 weeks, which is a month, which is $96. So I put $96. My bestie Diana gave me her Presto card, so I haven't been using, well, she gave me like, hers had $15, but she's having a baby, so she, you know, hooked me up. So I haven't actually been using my money the past couple of days, which is nice, but I think I just ran out of money. So I'm gonna start adding my actual, like, I'm gonna start adding transactions for OC Transpo. So I know I'm gonna be slightly under for this month, which is great. I put a tea budget. I go to Tim Hortons 3 times a week. I've been kind of going over because I budgeted for just a tea for the 3 days a week, but I've been getting the cheese and egg bites, cheese and egg bacon bites. So I'm going over budget right now. I believe the few rides that I'm getting for free off of my friend's Presto card is gonna counterbalance me going over by getting the scrambled eggs. I need to stop doing that. I need to cut that out and just pack myself a lunch. Next, I have restaurant. I put $150 a month. Then I have gifts. I have groceries, $300. I have podcasts. So I have a podcast with my sister called Spicy Tales Podcast. Check it out. I'll put the link down in the description. It is very much nothing like this video. I'm trying to be responsible here. I'm trying to get my life together. Over there, it's hella ratchet. We talk about our experiences with relationships. We talk about pop culture. There's vulgarity. If you're into that life, check us out at Spicy Tales Podcast. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, we're everywhere. It's very expensive. A session is $254.25. We typically do record twice. Every session we record 2 episodes. So basically I pay for a month's worth and my sister technically pays for a month's worth, and so I put that in. Sometimes we post, sometimes we don't. This week we actually didn't post, so we might go under our budget, maybe not, but we will be recording actually this month, so right there I'm pretty sure I'll meet my budget there. Beauty, I put $100 because I be going to Sephora a lot. I almost made it as a Rouge member. I missed it by like $33, and I thought that this was in December. I thought that if I bought something in January, it would just like put me up as a Rouge member, but it starts over in January, so now I'm back to a VIB. I'm kind of annoyed by that, but at the same time, like, who am I spending $1,000 at Sephora? That's what you need to do to be a Rouge member, to get your little 20% off at the end of the year. But it's like, but you're still putting that much money in their pockets. But anyways, I still want to, with this budget, I will be a Rouge member by October. So yeah, I put clothing $100, miscellaneous $50. As you can see here, I'm in the red already because I bought a calendar and this budget tracker, which go in the description below. Use my affiliate link to get this budget, or you can use free ones, obviously on Excel, on Google Sheets, every dollar, the Dave Ramsey app too. Like, these are very good, useful budgets. You do not need to spend $34 for a freaking budget tracker. Chill. But yeah, I am over, so I need to chill out on my miscellaneous, but that's just, like I said, one time buy. Entertainment, I put $100. Apple subscriptions, I have 2 Apple subscriptions. I think it's storage and my Apple Music. That sums to $16.93, so I know that's gonna be $16.93. I have my gym, Anytime Fitness, $54.24. I think it's $27.12 bi-weekly. Uber, I put $100. Commune Auto, which is like this, it's like renting a car but like within your city, and you can rent it for like a couple hours, and they're stationed at various locations. Because I live downtown, like, this is very useful, so I use that with my boyfriend throughout the month. And then I put $50 toiletries, and then I have $17.61 that is Buzzsprout. This is a subscription I have for our podcast. That's like the platform that you post your audio for the podcast, and then it just distributes it to like Spotify and Apple Music. So that's a monthly occurrence, and this is my budget for the month, pretty much for the year for the most part. And I love how there's a pie graph to show me my percentages. So monthly, the way I did my budget, I invest 43.8% of my income. I pay 30%, use 30% to pay my bills. I use 21% of my income to put in savings, and I only use 3.7% to pay off debt, because that's how little debt I have, which is the Affirm. And I'm really, really proud of myself for it to be like that. I don't expect there to be any debt. I don't carry a balance on my credit cards anymore. I haven't for the past 2 years, thanks to my boyfriend on literally educating me. And yeah, I'm so thankful for him, because I find that I'm way more financially literate than I ever have been in my entire life. So God bless that man. And yeah, this is my budget for the month. And basically I'll be filling this out for February, March, all of the months, and I will be back here at the end of the month to show you how I did. So this will be very like the expense summary section. This will be really cool to see how I actually did, and I will definitely be moving stuff around. If I go over on one thing like the miscellaneous, that's probably gonna chip into, let's see, my maybe my, no, not my Uber, because I do have a few plans this month, but my beauty or my clothing, because I typically buy clothes in the summertime. And then, oh, and then there's this graph as well. Like, this is a really, the line, the company, The Line, they did their thing. I feel like some people like their stuff to look really cute. And this is exactly what I need, this fanciness, fancy schmanciness to motivate me to stay on track. And, you know, just organizing my life like this, it's like I'm being my own manager. And now I'm more aware, I'm more conscious of what I'm doing and what my numbers should be. Like when I bought the scrambled egg bites, whatever, today, I knew that I was like doing a bad thing, and I know that tomorrow I shouldn't do that and I should really pack a lunch. So I'm gonna avoid doing that to avoid staying to avoid veering off budget. And anything that I go below on, I'll just carry it over into the next month. So it's just, or I can add it now. Like, let's say I go under my a few categories, and even if I go over the miscellaneous, I still overall go under in majority of my categories. I can throw all that money, that remainder money, into either like my Japan trip, my implant, or my emergency fund, or my investments, my FHSA. So I'm really, really excited for you guys to come on this journey with me. Also, I want to appreciate you guys for watching my last video. I got 100 views in a week, and like that's a big deal to me. So I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are also embarking or continuing your financial journey or your debt-free journey. And I will see you guys in the next video.